Guys, this is a story of a YouTuber I was trying to tell you about.
Let's all just be edgy edgelords like a big fan. Sound good?
Quality doesn't compare with Robert.
Like Sonic Adventure 1, this game takes itself way too seriously. Let's be real, this is the only good stage in the entire game. Not Oma Chow? Oh yay, Shadow the Edgelord makes his debut. Playing SA2 is habit forming. Don't turn off. Do you want to pay my electric bill, Sega? As awesome as this scene looks, we all know the truck isn't going to hit Sonic anyway. And besides, you can just push the truck back uphill by homing on it. Would recommend invincibility first, though. You know, guys, let's be real for a second. This boss fight is just so intricate and thought-provoking and just complex. The details, it's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, Sonic Team really outdid themselves here. Oh my goodness gracious. There's an awkward sexual tension between Knuckles and Rouge. Also, why does Rouge have such large tatas? These swimming controls are just awful. The emerald pieces will only signal off one at a time. So you could be missing other emeralds, but you wouldn't know it. Gotta love how the background is literally just a JPEG picture of some city. Like, you know, I understand technology was limited back then, but holy crap does it look bad.
Go. But the next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
Once again, the sound mixing is terrible for the cutscenes. Knuckles and Rouge move way too fast for stages where you're supposed to take your time and explore. Listening to Knuckles' pet Chow is a little disturbing. I take that back. Eggman is worse. There is no strategy for the Tails and Eggman stages. You just walk forward and win. Is everyone in this game really this stupid? Okay, seriously? These one-on-one fights between Sonic and Shadow just feel so awkward. Like, when you hit them, there's no satisfying pow sound effect. They just blank and say a catchphrase. Why on earth is there rap music in a Sonic game? The driving stages are just torture.
Tricky.
You just go forward with no obstacles or anything interesting. You can get this boost from the driving, but there's no cool effects when that happens. You just go faster. Okay, honestly, all you hear in these stages are... If you don't like your Chow, well, you can tell it to f*** off and leave it in the daycare for forever. Did you also know that Sonic is a sellout? Well, he is. His own shoes are a product placement for soap. Good job. I am reading off a script too, but you would never know. The camera here is awful. It's so jittery and it just does whatever it wants. It's so easy to fall off of 8 Golem's back. How on earth does Eggman jump without moving his knees first? Man, do I hate this level. I never know where I'm supposed to go, and the freaking doors opening and closing just pisses me off. Lord have mercy! I can't take the stupidity any longer! Who would feed cute little Chow vials that look like they're filled with chemicals and shit? You know how for the shooting stages, you just have to shoot all the things and you're good to go? Well, without warning, you can't shoot these doors or you blast to the vacuum of space and die. There is no good reason for this stage to be the size of Jupiter. Who am I fighting here? Knuckles or the camera? Anyone else feel like half this game is just watching things happen and not actually being in control? Sometimes when I'm trying to do a light dash, I'll start building speed for a spin dash because both moves are mapped to the same button when they shouldn't be. This constantly changing gravity thing really doesn't work well. As if the treasure hunting stages weren't annoying enough, for Security Hall you have to complete it in less than 5 minutes.
Did you see it? Where is it now? Will you marry me?
So when you get to the 3rd lap, the timer seems to freeze at 99 seconds, but later on it'll start counting down. That means there was no effort in adding an extra digit. That is so sad. Come on, why on earth are the clues words randomly scrambled? Like, as this stage isn't already annoying enough. You know, at this point, just make everything invisible, okay? Everything just invisible. Let's see. Oh, also, make the controls inverted, and make sure we can only play with our toes or we can't get an A rank, okay? So yeah, Mad Space literally drives me mad. Now that I think about it, why is Tails in a mech suit anyway? Wouldn't it just be easier and more efficient to fly around in this plane instead? You wouldn't believe how many times I'm just moving forward and an enemy drops down in front of me. That's real fair. The real villain is this creepy little girl. Whatever you do, just don't look into her eyes.
So, how did you know what to do tomorrow?
Because you just told me, Fox boy.
In order to collect the final stage in the game, you have to collect all 180 emblems. That's right, you got 100% this game. And if you somehow manage to do that, what do you get for all of your hard work and effort? Freaking Green Hill Zone, the one Sonic stage that's been recreated in every other Sonic game in existence. Hallelujah! Oh boy. Well, hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to see the next triggered video early, we all crap on the new Super Mario Bros. Games.
I think they're bad.
Forget how fun these could really be. Now, since all the games are relatively similar, we're going to wrap them all into one big old video. So let's get into why the new Super Mario Bros. Series is mind-blowing. In 3, 2, 1. You know, this is technically the first beginning cutscene in a 2D Mario game. Before then, the game just kind of started, but now we get to see exactly how Peach gets kidnapped. What better way to start your game than with a freaking Mega Mushroom? I'll never forget the first time grabbing this. It just feels good plowing through everything in sight. Star Coins add so much flavor to the levels. Not only can they be hard to find, but they're used to unlock things like levels or power-up houses. If you touch the flagpole and the second and third numbers on the timer are the same, you get some pretty fireworks, just like in the original. It is about time we can wall jump and ground pound. It makes moving around so much more accessible. I really love how the bottom screen shows your life count, Mario's progress, the amount of star coins he has, and the power-up he's holding. It really helps the top screen have as little clutter as possible. I don't think the mini mushroom is that great, but you can run on water. You gotta admit, that's pretty epic. Something about rolling around in the blue Koopa shell is just so much fun. The castle music in this game slaps. There's some really cool original bosses like Mummy Pokey, the Giant Goomba, Lackey Thunder, and a few others. Why is the green in this level so nice to look at? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think it's a good looking green, okay? There's really nothing better than sabotaging a cloud from a Lakitu. If you're bored of just regular old coins, new are the red ring coins, where you have to nab the ball before the time runs out for a free power-up or one-up. Apparently, Mario pipes can handle so much pressure that they can expand in size. That's some impressive technology. Mario must be a thick boy if every time he gets near a tree, a chunk of snow falls down. Mario stars have been improved. He does flips when he jumps. There's an entire level where you run on top of a Wiggler. That is ingenious. And speaking of Wigglers, look at the little mini ones. The Mario and Luigi mode is incredibly fun. You basically fight the other player to get 10 stars first. It's too bad it's never made a comeback. On top of the main game, you also have a huge selection of mini-games to play. Luigi works at a casino. This alone sold every copy of New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS. This is the first 2D Mario game to have 4-player local multiplayer. Did you know this is also the first Mario game to release in Oceania first? That's really random. Wonder why Nintendo chose to do that. You can't go wrong with the propeller mushroom. It's so broken, yet so great at the same time. Yoshi makes his triumphant return from Super Mario World, and he's got the good old flutter kick. While I never personally use the super guides, the hit movies can be quite the spectacle to watch. Swimming through water balls is my favorite pastime. I like how the mushroom houses are actual mini-games and not just hitting a block. Some of these levels are really creative, like this ice one where you have to slide across in a penguin suit and avoid all the icicles falling. It's nice that the airship stages actually take Mario in and outside the ship. It makes it feel a bit more lively. Only real gamers play the dark levels without the light. And the final Bowser is freaking giant. The fight itself isn't that hard, but there is a sense of terror and excitement having this giant beast obliterate the entire stage from behind you. There's something really satisfying about collecting a bajillion coins, especially with power-ups like Gold Mario, where anything his golden balls touch turn into coins. Speaking of balls, the Tanuki suit makes its grand reappearance, and the Mega Mushroom is back too. This game cares so much about coins that the only new enemies are just bone reskins and gold reskins. Yeah, you may call that lazy, I call it dedication. Even though this is on a handheld, you can still play the whole game with a friend thanks to local co-op play. While Mario Bros. U plays the same as the other games, the controls definitely feel the most refined in this version. The new Acorn suit is pretty fun to use. It's kind of like the Cape and Tanuki tail combined together. We can now access Baby Yoshis, which lets us kill enemies with bubbles, fly high in the air, or grant more light in the dark. Nabbit is a nice new addition for some replay value, as you'll have to occasionally chase them down to grab power-ups. Beyond the main game, there's a new challenge mode where you'll complete specific tasks that are honestly a ton of fun to do. Plus, there's Boost Rush, where you'll basically blast through a stage and collect coins as fast as possible. And with the gamepad, you